Man, I don't know what the fuck just happened. I had to go live again, man. I had to replay my live. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it killed my damn live or something. I don't know what the hell happened. Shout out to my brother, All Things in the building. Salute, salute. I guess we gotta wait for everybody to come over. The live got killed. I don't know what the hell happened. But peace and bless to everybody in the building. Salute, salute. It's a lot of shit going on right now. It's my son, one of my sons is doing his end of grade testing right now. He's doing his EOG, his end of grade test. He got it all this week, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And then it's my other son's birthday today. So salute to everybody in the building. Dr. Key will be here in just a second. Sports. This thing did something crazy. I don't know what the hell happened. Y'all give me 1 second. I gotta send Key the new the thing. Hold on. All right, now we good. Now we good. Now y'all didn't lose me again. I had to resend the Key, Andy Hill. Shout out to Mark Key, my nigga Rod Walker, Wise Sport Betting, salute Von Wise, Lee Jackson, Desmond Johnson. Salute to everybody. I hope all y'all feeling good in here today. Like I was saying, my son got end degree testing right now. One of my sons is, and there's my other son's birthday. My other son wanted me to tell y'all, hey, he said, hey, and he said, appreciate y'all supporting his dad. So my youngest son, he said, hey to y'all. So, you know, you gotta do something. We gotta do something special for his birthday later on. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. I don't even know. But salute to everybody. Dr. Key will be here in a minute. I'll tell you one thing though. Make sure y'all smack the PayPal. Make sure y'all hit the like button and the Cash App. And whatever I get today, I'm gonna go ahead and give it all to my son, you know, for his birthday. Make him an honorary member of AMGFSG. Y'all feel me? It's his birthday. He turning 8 years old. Well, he's junior, all things, because junior, he 12. Well, my daughter, she really the junior. She's 16. My daughter's the 16-year-old. She's my oldest. I got a 16-year-old daughter, a 12-year-old boy, and now my other boy just turned 8 today. So, you know, whew, I'm getting old. Getting old. I probably would have had earlier. Well, hell, it was one kid that they said was mine. He in his 20s, though, but I was locked up. Jado, salute, King. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. I appreciate you, Miss Wise Sport. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all smack the like since I had to restart the live and everything. Don Drickum, don't trick him. Big AMCFSG in the building. Oh damn, all things you ain't got a boy yet. I love my 16-year-old daughter, but boy, she getting to that age where boys are starting to look at her. And I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. Do you got my are you on my Instagram, Fresh Baker? If you got my Instagram, just send me a message on Instagram and I'll send it to your email. All things got this 12 gauge. I got that motherfucking switched on. Salute to my brother, my nigga, bruh, 6500 in the building. Salute. Yeah, Dr. Key said she'd be here in 5 minutes. But yeah, we got some good boxing coming up. That Shakur situation, we're gonna see about that. Sexy Kendra, 50 Cent, salute, Queen. Peace and blessings to you. Peace and blessings. I hope everybody had a good weekend. You know, hope everybody weekend was well and everything. Salute. But yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. And like I said, whatever y'all support today, I'm gonna get that to my son and tell him it's from the AMC crew though. So I appreciate everybody that donate today. And if you do, just know it's going to my son. So I appreciate you. But Johnny Fisher got destroyed this week. I'm waiting on Dr. Key to get here. I gotta make sure I don't talk about what I did last week because the small hats, they don't like that shit. They don't like when you talk political and shit. Brian the King Falcon, salute, King. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings with you. Okay. But it's crazy. What's crazy is that Teofimo, they about to sell him down the river. And I'm glad. But Bill Haney, I just seen some shit that got posted in the Discord, some Bill Haney shit. And when I really say that's some Bill Haney shit, that's some Bill Haney shit. For real. Like that shit is some straight up bullshit. He talking about at the age of 26, all the things that Devin has done that no other fighter has done before. What he failed to mention is get beat like a motherfucking dog and press charges. They forgot to put that on the list. They forgot to put that right there on the list. It's funny, but he's always acting like his son is some sort of innovator. Some sort of innovator. And it's really kind of funny when you think about it. It's really very funny when you think about it. For real. But it's all good. Shout out to my brother, Animalistic Savant. He sent $2. He said, here's $2 for your son. Hope his birthday is happy. I appreciate that, Animalistic Savant. And I make sure my son gets that. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Like I said, anything y'all support today going straight to my kid. You know, least I can do. And guess who? I thought Key was back there. I guess not. Marcus Robinson, what it do, homie? You say what, Miss Sexy Kendra? Yeah, we waiting on Dr. Key. She's supposed to be here. She's supposed to be here. And Dr. Key is in the building.
Hey, hi you guys. Happy Monday. Um,
How you doing, Dr. Key?
I'm fine. Hey y'all. Sorry. I was reading a text message. Hey y'all. Hey Upper. Shout out to you. Salute to the family that's here today. Thank you guys for coming through. I really appreciate it. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all are here listening to this good boxing talk. Hey 327. Hey Brian. I am dedicating my portion of the show. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Malcolm X. I swear, Taurus gang, boy, we just got them birthdays on lock. Okay. Happy birthday to one of my heroes, Malcolm X, man. He would have
Hold on
turned
one second, Dr. Key. Hold on one second. Well, you go ahead. Go ahead and continue.
okay. Malcolm X was born in 1965, so he would have turned what 70? Let me make sure, because y'all know my math be not math. I mean, no, he was born in 1925. Excuse me. So he would have turned today. Um, that's not right. Hold on. Mm, 25. He would have been 100. Can you guys hear me? Yep, I was going to get to him as well. I was about to get to him as well. But yeah, wow. Happy heavenly birthday to Malcolm X. I also would like to send a happy birthday to the Charlos. It is the Charlos' birthdays, right? Is it both of them or just one? Let me make sure. If I'm not mistaken. I think it's just, yeah, it's both of their birthdays. Happy birthday to the great, you know what I'm saying? Jamel Charlo and Jamal Charlo. Thank you guys. Hey Wise, how you doing, Queen? Hey, all things. Make sure y'all like subscribe to Wise Sports Betting in the building. Salute to Phoenix. I was like, they look like, I know that they're twins. For some odd reason, I thought for the longest, I thought that they were what do we call those type of twins? They're like my brother and sister. They're only, my God, like several months apart. What are those twins called? Who could help me? I am Fresh Baker. What is those twins called? For some odd reason, I always thought that they were one of those like not Gemini twins. Gosh, what are those twins? Irish twins. Y'all never heard of that? Where they're like not fraternal twins, Irish twins, when they only have a few months apart from their birthdays. My brother and sister are those. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? They look like freaking identical, even though my brother is several months older than her. But anyways, yes, y'all corrected me. Thank y'all so much. No, not, oh my God, nothing, Marquis, nothing, no, just okay. Happy birthday to the twins. All right, shout out to them. Lord Jesus, nothing. Hey Lee, hey Rock, good to see you. Phoenix the Assassin, hey Dondrick, good to see y'all. I am not drinking. I just thought that for some odd reason, I thought they were. I'm surprised y'all never heard of Irish twins before. I'm surprised, but my fault. Salute y'all. Hey Big Dog Willie, all things my right hand, Brian, the king of the chat. As y'all continue to comment, I got y'all. That's what they're called, Mark. Okay, you know what? Look it up. Look it up. Okay, thank you, all things. Thank you, God. Lord have mercy. Thank you, guys. Anyways, y'all get the dedication, okay? Shout out to them. Shout out to all my May birthdays out there. Shout out to all my Taurus gang, baby. We is in the building. Ginger Amy, right? Ginger L. Hey, Marcus, darling. Hey, bruh, 6500. How y'all doing? Rob Walker in the building. Always good to see you. Hey, Andy. All right, y'all. So let's get this kicked off. I don't know if Upper want to finish whatever what he was discussing prior to me coming in. Hey, JTM. Always good to see you, King. But I don't know where he is. But I'm gonna go ahead and kick this off before I want to start. Bohachuk fought on Saturday. Y'all, I was not impressed. And y'all know I'm a huge Serhii Bohachuk fan. I'm a huge Bohachuk fan. And he kind of disappointed me. I felt like he edged it. I'm not gonna lie. I did feel like he edged it, but argument could be made that what's his name edged it, Fox edged it as well. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? Was it the athleticism of Fox that gave him trouble? Now, I will say this, Virgil Ortiz commented and kind of threw shots because, as we know, Bohachuk and I think Mikhail Fox came in overweight as well. For sure, Bohachuk was 5 pounds overweight. And Virgil Ortiz, threw shots at the performance and everything. He did a post about it. And I just want to say, now, wait a minute, Virgil. You know what I'm saying? We still want that rematch, okay? Because my boy did knock you down like 2 or 3 times now. But I was not impressed. I know I'm going to call a spade a spade. Bohachuk needs to go back in there. It's something about athleticism with these guys that I'm starting to peep game with Bohachuk. Like, it's something about that feet for him. I don't know. Salute to the beautiful queen, Sexy Kendra 50 Cent. How you doing, queen? 8 years apart. Now that is pretty cool. So I just wanted to, say that y'all know I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Bohachuk is one of my favorite fighters, as y'all know. But I was not impressed with my boy. Not impressed. Now the question is, will Bohachuk be on the fall card for the 154 tournament that they're trying to get it on with PBC, Top Rank, and potentially Golden Boy? So I'm definitely going to be looking out for that. To see if Bohachuk is going to be on there. I'm praying that they could pull this card off. Lord Jesus, I'm praying that they could pull this card off for me. Hey, K Cosby, good to see you. He's slow-footed, yeah, slew-footed. Hey, Bruce Gas, good to see you, King. Fox had he's like he couldn't get into it. I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like, was it the athleticism? One thing that I respected about Fox, because I gotta respect, I hate the player. You know what I'm saying? Can't hate the game. You feel me? But the counters, the in-between punches to Bruce Gas, I think is what gave Bohachuk you know what I'm saying, just fits. And that was a knockdown. And y'all know I love Bohachuk. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? But I keep it real. I gotta call a spade a spade. That was a knockdown. But go back to the lab. Definitely a gift decision. Well, I'm not gonna say definitely. I had him up only a round, but it could have been, it could have been bad. So I'm wondering what they're about to line Bohachuk up for. I would like to see Bohachuk versus Bakram or Madrimov. We'll get there to the 154 rankings. Go ahead.
Sorry about that, Dr. Key. My son was doing his EOG test. I had to talk to the lady real quick. I'm sorry about that. But shout out to my brother Phoenix Assassin in the cash out with the $10 holler. And shout out to Miss Angie Wise Sports with the $25 holler for the birthday wish. She said happy birthday wish to my son. I appreciate that, Queen. It's my youngest son's birthday today, Dr. Key.
Oh, happy birthday to that king. Happy birthday. I'll dedicate my portion to him.
Yeah, he turned 8 today.
Shout out to the Taurus gang.
That's the one. That's the one that almost messed up my happy home, remember? But it's all good. I mean, I love my son though. I mean, it's good now. But his mom did some foul shit. But like I said, everything that's sent today, I'm gonna give it to him. So so far, Mr. Phoenix sent 10. Angie Wise, she said 25 for him. So so far he gonna have a great birthday. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and like I said, all proceeds today going to my little one. Trying to be a productive father. Appreciate that, Kate Causes. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Altruistic. And Mikhail Fox, he was a slick black fighter. He was giving Sergey Bohachuk some problems. But one thing about Mikhail Fox that people don't realize, that man has an 81-inch reach, Key. Mikhail Fox has an 81-inch reach, Key. That's a fucking long-ass reach.
Yeah, it is. That is definitely.
And he was tagging Bohachuk, but Bohachuk was getting in there, hitting him with some of that thunder shit too.
Oh wow, now that is funny. Sorry. If Fox had power, it would have ended different. Yes, it would have. That's why I'm just like, I gotta call. I really like Bohachuk. Y'all know that, but that was horrible. My boy got to go back to the. It's like athleticism. I feel that he does good with a straight come forward fighter. That's who he looks good in front of. That athleticism, that reach gives my boy a problem, and he gonna have to get that together.
He's done lost 5 times. They ain't never been stopped. He lost to Ergashev. He lost to Egan's Kavalauskas. He's done lost to a lot of name brand fighters, but his reach, he gives them all hell with that reach, though. He gives them all hell, Keith. He just can't pull it out because he's the B-side. So being that B-side, you get that B-side work.
Absolutely.
I could have made a case for him winning that fight, honestly.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good. Hey, Arena, good to see you. I could too. That's why I said it was a close, that was a gifted decision for my boy. I can't stunt. I'm not gonna lie about it. That was a gifted decision for my boy. He got put down. But because he moves too much sometimes, in my opinion. But with a fighter like Bohachuk, you gotta use your feet. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep him off balance because Bohachuk can't catch you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do that. But let's see where they lining up. This was a May fight, so hopefully Bohachuk makes his return in August, September, or October. In one of those cards that the PBC is putting on. But my boy got to go back to the. He got to go back to the drawing board. I was not impressed, you guys. I was not impressed.
Usually the only people that beat slick black fighters are slick black fighters. And Mikhail Fox could be a slick black fighter. Only thing he misses is just a little pop. If he had a little bit more pop to go with his drop, he'd be a bad man. Honestly, he'd be a tough out for anybody. He just ain't got that pop that make a motherfucker respect him.
Yeah. But but shout out to them. At least I'm just happy he needs a jab. I could see that. I'm just happy that they both everybody went home to their families okay. In one piece, one sound mind. Speaking of, let's get into the housekeeping of the show. Shout out to sorry. Oh, the Mark Macedo and Eduardo Rocky Hernandez. That fight is off. Rocky had to pull out. I'm not sure why. So they're looking for a replacement for the Mark Macedo fight that's coming up quite soon. So they need to hurry up and find one. So I just wanted to put that out there. Rocky Hernandez is out. Also on housekeeping, real quick, Chris Eubank and Frank Warren settled their defamation. As y'all all know, Frank Warren sued Chris Eubank Jr. for defamation when he said that he said F Frank Warren ain't doing this, Frank Warren ain't doing that, and Frank Warren sued him. So that was settled amicably in a release issued by Chris Eubank. Dang, I know Frank Warren. I think that's what the second defamation suit won by Frank Warren. Frank Warren don't play. You come for him and say anything about him, he will sue y'all. He will definitely sue you. So shout out to them for getting that situated upper in chat. And then last up, because we got to get to the ghetto-ness of this weekend. This ghetto-ness is horrible. Hold on, I gotta pull this up because y'all are going to laugh. Well, Rod and all of them, Marquis and all of y'all gonna cuss me out about this, but y'all know I gotta bring this up because I'm just so proud. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? He's, I get it that he's, like a lot of y'all is not, how do I say this? Y'all not impressed with the older fighters. But no, I just want to put it out there. Nonito Donaire is making his return. In the fight, I think is scheduled this summer. Nonito Donaire is making his return. And then Chocolatito, as we know, is making his return as well. Okay, so I'm gonna just put it out there. No, hey Mike, hey to the beautiful Jab Queen Boxer. Make sure I subscribe to my girl channel. Devin needs to go back to suing, crying around, Lord. Y'all always Rod, y'all be slick talking. But anyways, look. So I'm waiting on the dates for the return of Nonito Donaire and Chocolatito, when both of their fights are supposed to happen. Shout out to them. And then finally, Inoue has announced that 2027 will be his last year, including this year. He said, I want to close my fighting career when the time is right. I think I have about 3 years left, including this year. So him and Canelo, honestly, are on the same trajectory as far as talking retirement. So I'll definitely keep my eyes open on that. As we know, he has the MJ fight coming up. He did commit to fighting Juntao as well, another anticipated fight. And it is not known if he's going to move up to the 130 or 135 division that everybody wants to see him and Tank fight at. You know what I'm saying? So, but he did announce that with oh Lord Jesus. Thank you, Frequent. He did announce that he'll be retiring, okay, in 2027. So y'all good? We got that out the way. Upper, you got anything else? Hey, Big Supreme. Hey, Mr. Altruistic. I don't know what Upper's doing. But I'm gonna anyway not fighting Tank. I know, but you know that's like a big commodity right now, Big Supreme. A lot of people want that fight. But as far as we know for sure MJ and Juntao. You know, some people are still holding out reserves that Tank and Inoue will fight. But let's get out of this. That's just, speculation. That's a wish. And let's get into meat potatoes because we got a lot of ghetto-ness to get into. First thing is first. Eddie Hearn did an interview. Oh, Lord have mercy. And he says that Boots Ennis' fight with Tio is not a massive motivator. Eddie Hearn has officially conceded to Tio fighting Devin Haney. And there has been a split reception of this. Some people feel as though, no, we want Tio versus Boots. And then the others are saying, I agree. Who the F is Tio to be fighting Boots? Boots wants undisputed at 147. Tio ain't up there yet. He just fought 140 and it looked like a cherry pick. I see both sides. Because I feel as though the person that would really give Tio a beating, the beating that I want Tio to get, is Boots Ennis, not a Devin Haney. But again, what would that do for Boots Ennis right now? Boots has been very consistent in of what he wants to do. He is officially the lineal champ at 147, and he is going for undisputed. Tio just fought his mandatory at 140. I agree, y'all. I agree. I don't think, and I agree with that too, Big Supreme. Tio versus Boots is very much so a mismatch. But with the unwanted, unsolicited drama and marketing ploys that Tio was doing using race and everything, a lot of people have him on that list of, okay, we want to see him get beat. You understand? So now that Tio is actively calling for Boots, he's made several Twitter posts about Boots saying, let's make it happen. Eddie Hearn saying that that's not a motivating factor. I agree, because I think, to be honest with y'all, even though I know Boots will beat the brakes off of him, you know what I'm saying? I still want the Boots versus Brian Norman Jr. I could care less about Tio. I'm just saying. I could care less about him. Well, that's the thing. Salute, Teach. That's the thing. A lot of people are going for Devin. I've been seeing people talking about Devin versus Tio. When it comes to Tio, I tell y'all this all the time. I take Tio with a grain of salt. Okay? I was one of the first people that told y'all last year that Tio turned down 7 fights, including Brian Norman Jr. And my logic is, if the man turned down Brian Norman Jr., Mike Quan Williams, yes, he turned him down too. He turned down several fighters last year and then went and cried wolf at Top Rank saying that Bob Arum wasn't giving him no fights. That's why Bob Arum did that interview and said, Tio, we offered you several fights. What are you talking about? You won't say no. So by my logic, if Tio won't even fight Myquan Williams and Brian Norman Jr., or Alfredo Santiago, that was another fighter he turned down. If he won't fight them three, you think that you think he's really gonna fight Boots? I gotta see it to believe it. I'm sorry. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't Boots and Devin have like a conversation about fighting last year? And something went on with that. When it comes to Tio, I take any fights with him with a grain of salt. Could him and Devin be in conversation? Absolutely. But he was in conversation with 4 other fighters as well last year. And he ended up fighting what's his name? You feel me? Like, I'm up on Tio. You know, he be capping a lot, y'all. Tio deserves Kennedy Tree Lord working and listening. Hey Zulu, I hope you're having a good day at work. And shout out to my playback gang and my people that is in the background listening. Everyone from Jermaine Wood, EB Sweat a Lot, Mr. Animalistic, the beautiful queen, Miss Joette. Salute to y'all. Tio sees something. I don't know what he see, but he sees something for the reason he calling out Boots. Hey Desmond, I think he calling him out for clout. He called out Tank for years, and Tank and his team talked to Tio last year, and Tio told him no. That's another fighter he turned down. I keep telling y'all, he turned down all of the people. Here's all the people: Alfredo Santiago, Brian Norman Jr., Tank Davis, who else? Matias. He turned down Matias. That's a fact. Who else did he turn down? It was another Hispanic fighter. Let me look at the list. It was another Hispanic fighter that Tio turned down. What was his name? Was it Nestor Bravo he turned down? I think it was Nestor Bravo he also turned down. But Tio has turned down several fights in the background that y'all do not know about, that I do. And I came with y'all. Hey, James. And y'all know I heard the whispers and I came to y'all with it. He turned down these people. So anything, hey, Aunt, make sure you guys subscribe to Casuals Corner. So anytime I hear Tio in a fight, I got to see it to believe it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Ramon, I'm sorry, okay? So if he's going to fight Devin Haney, I got Devin. I think Devin will UD him 9-3, 8-4, Teofimo Lopez, just with the style matchup. Not to mention, Bill Haney is the one that trained Tio for the not Tio, Jermaine Ortiz for the Tio fight. And Bill Haney was talking big stuff about Tio after that fight. If y'all recall, Bill Haney was, you know what I'm saying, there getting Jermaine Ortiz ready and was at that fight. So they see something in Tio that Devin could potentially capitalize off of. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is what Devin Haney we getting inside that ring. What Devin Haney, hey Tanjiro. I said that about that Tio scared of him, but Tio watched him and made me a believer. He could make you a believer all you want to, but there's a difference between Arnold Barboza and Alfredo Santiago, Brian Norman Jr., and Boots Ennis. That's all I'm saying. You understand? Alfredo Santiago been wrecking stuff. Boots Ennis, we already know how Boots is coming, and Brian Norman Jr., come on now. They are all bad matchups for Tio. If he turned them down, he turned all 3 of them down. Now all of a sudden he calling out Boots. If he turned down Brian Norman Jr. and Alfredo Santiago, Myquan Williams, and Tank Davis last year, you think he really want to fight Boots? I don't know, y'all. And not to mention, remember he called out Crawford, he called out Bud, and then he was shoulder to shoulder with Bud when Bud punked him. Okay. Tio beats Norman. Okay. If that's the case, he wouldn't have turned him down last year at Tanjiro. They were in active negotiations for a New York fight. And Tio walked away from that and starts screaming that that the Top Rank wasn't giving him no fights. Nope. He already had that fight, and he said he put on his blindfolds and his earplugs and said, I don't know who Brian Norman Jr. is. I'm legally blind. That's what Tio said about Brian. So no. If he fights Devin, I would like that fight. That's a great fight, actually, in my opinion, depending on what Devin we get and what Tio. Because you know, Tio, he goes through his up and down roller coasters as well. So that's on paper, it's a great fight. You know, it's a really good fight. But I gotta see Tio actively at the press conference for me to say, okay, he's fighting Devin. Because he didn't turn down so many fights. Needs hands put
I'm
on
so
him.
tired of them. I'm so tired of them right there. Like I wouldn't even want Tio to get in there with Devin because I feel like the way Devin look, Tio gonna bust his ass. I want Tio to get Boots in it so Boots can beat the fuck out that nigga because all that racist shit he said, calling about where that nigga at and all that shit. And then the WBO, they still allowing this man to be racist like that. That nigga needs to get his ass stomped out for real.
It's not gonna happen. I was very aware. I give it a 10% chance that we get Boots versus Tio. First of all, Boots is about to make his announcement. So anything that Tio was talking about Boots is clout chasing anyway. Because Boots has his fight coming out with Shakur, probably in August or September, what I'm hearing. And then not to mention, when it comes to Tio, I take everything he say with a grain of salt. I don't take that man seriously. Devin versus Tio on the Crawford Canelo undercard will be fired. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make that for the Bud Crawford undercard and Canelo's undercard. So let's see how that plays out. Good fight. On paper, that's a really good fight. Right, wise, but you're right, Queen. Like, Norman will stop. People absolutely destroy him. Like, he turned him down already. Tio already turned down Brian Norman Jr. and then went and cried wolf to Bob Arum about Bob Arum. And Bob Arum had to check him. Like, nah, man. Like, do y'all know how many fights this man was offered? Like, for real. Tio was offered Mike Juan Williams, Alfredo Santiago, I think Nestor Bravo, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, cut it out. Brian Norman Jr., Tank Davis. He was offered 5. Oh, and Superdale Matias. That's 6 fights right there. He turned them all down. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything with that. With Tank Davis. I mean, with Teofimo Lopez, I take with a grain of salt. Because Bob was trying to get that man fights. And then he gonna go out and try to cuss out Bob like that. That's why I'm so happy Bob did that clap back on Tio. I'm so happy he did that. And speaking of Bob Arum, let's get into it because Bob got time. Bob might be 182 years old, but Bob gonna talk his talk. Okay, Bob is gonna talk his talk. Bob did an interview, ladies and gentlemen, and he had a lot to say about a few people. First, what we starting with is with Turkey. He threw a shot at Turkey. Now, y'all know Bob and Turkey, they cool, but they not. You feel me? So Bob said, when asked about Dana White, now this is before Dana got canceled, which we're gonna get into. Dana White at first was the one that was promoting the fight. And Bob threw a shot at Turkey and Dana, and he says, well, that shows how Turkey respects everybody in boxing by having a UFC guy promote a fight that he's paying for. But listen, it's his money. Boom. Okay. Now we know that Dana White is no longer promoting that fight. But Bob also in the same interview said that and I've brought this up before, but he's reiterating when it's about fighters. He said the fighters of the past had a reason to give the crowd an entertainment fight because they made extra money from the pay-per-view and gate. So where there was always an incentive for them to look good. Now that incentive is gone because Turkey promised great money for the next fight. And the only sure way they're going to get it is to not engage in a fight. So he's basically saying the fighters are fighting easy when it comes to Turkey and his money. What do y'all say about that?
Well, you know, I've always said that. Remember, I sat there and said it's something about these Turkey cards. Remember, I sat there and said I can't put my finger on it, but it's just something about Turkey Ala Shitty's cards. Like his cards just don't do it for me. Like it's like his cards are missing something. And that might just be it, because like his cards just be lacking. Like a Turkey card, He could have all the names on there that should be a blockbuster. Like it should be a blockbuster motherfucking damn card. But the card falls flat. Like it falls all the fucking way flat. And you be like, what the fuck? And you can't put your finger on it, but it's the motherfucker that's controlling the card. It's Turkey. And like I said, he's bad for fucking boxing. Like Turkey is not good for boxing. Like everything that we want boxing to be, Turkey is the anti, what's it called? The antithesis. Like he's the motherfucking he's the anti Christ of boxing, basically. Like the motherfucker, he doesn't really give a fuck about the boxers. He don't care about none of that shit. He's just out there for his own whims. He want to make motherfuckers shake his fucking hand. He want to showcase these fighters like, look, I got motherfuckers that's doing what I want them to do. Like Turkey's just not shit. And I've been said that shit. Like I've been said it. Like Turkey is bad for fucking boxing.
Yes. Well, go ahead, Upper.
No, I'm just saying anybody that watches a Turkey card, you already know it's always something that seems missing, right? Like his cards, they on paper, they look good. Like it look like that should be an eventful, action-packed fucking card, but it don't be. And salute to the beautiful Queen 2 Cent in the building. Salute, Queen. But his shit is like on paper, like I said, on paper, his cards look action-packed, but they never deliver. They never deliver what we expected to do. Like Bivol and Baturgiev. That shit was underwhelming when we sit back and look at it. It was an underwhelming ass fight. Like, I don't know what better way to say it.
Yes. Hey, 2 Cents. Hey, y'all. It's bad because they did if Turkey is bad, then Al Heyman is bad because they did the same exact thing. No, that's apples to oranges comparison, Tanjiro, in my opinion. But let's go. So,
there you go with that dumb shit because Al Heyman fight cards pop off.
Now
just say you hate the PBC without saying you hate the PBC. You always got something negative about the PBC, Tanjiro. I've always see you do it every time. It's all right that you hate. It's okay.
Now he also Bob Arum, as I told y'all, Bob Arum had time today. So Bob Arum said he goes off on Canelo, saying that Canelo basically is no longer a boxer. He's a businessman, and he did not come to fight. He only comes to collect a check, which is bad for boxing. Ooh.
Well, Floyd did it, so you can't get mad because Floyd was doing it for years. You feel me?
Yeah, but we in a different age then. Floyd got away with it. But well, no, Floyd got his fair share of critics. A lot of them still call him a runner. That he was just he only ran around. He wasn't, standing in the pocket fighting.
But it's funny though, because Floyd don't run. Pick out a fight where Floyd ran. Floyd sat right there in the pocket and he sat there and went through the fire. You just couldn't hit him. Floyd was right. When Floyd fought Canelo Alvarez, Floyd stood right there in the pocket and he backed Canelo ass up. Floyd does not run. That's why people don't know shit about boxing. No, yeah, Tanjiro. Al Heyman. No, see, now you're wrong, Tanjiro. Al Heyman was getting sued because he was giving fighters too much money because the promoters wasn't getting that money. See, he was giving fighters money that normally the promoters were stealing for fighters. That's what happened with Al Heyman. Al Heyman was for the people. That's what happened. Turkey's not for the people. And Turkey's not really overpaying the fighters like that. So we can't do that. And one thing about PBC, you got to fight Godzilla over there, buddy.
Well, speaking of Godzilla, Bob Arum, this is the last thing, said that Devin Haney is a good fighter. You saw the fight with Ramirez. It was a disgrace. He said that Haney's performance was not all that, was not the cup of tea. Shout out to Fight Hub TV for this interview with Bob Arum. I just took some notes. So That's what he got. So he made a statement about Turkey, Canelo, and Devin Haney. How we feeling? Is Bob on point? Y'all know Bob, he's gonna go back into his coffin. Because he a vampire. He gonna go back and rejuvenate. He gonna be right out back outside.
That's why I fucks with Bob, because Bob don't give no fucks. Bob gonna tell you what it is and not what it might be. That's why I fucks with Bob Arum. Bob gonna tell you how the fuck he feel, whether you like it or not. And he's on point. Like I said, Devin looked like trash. He looked like trash. Everything that Devin has been in his career, he was not in that fight. Like, he was a completely different fighter. And like I said, he was traumatized. And see, people don't realize, but I said that trauma. And I said that before. When you a grown man and you got motherfuckers beating you down, and you can't motherfucking defend yourself, that will happen to a man. And that man got utterly destroyed, and it wasn't shit he could do about it. And he know that if he would have been in a street fight, he probably could have lost his life in a street fight, because he couldn't get that man up off him. It wasn't nothing he could do to stop that man. That man could do whatever he wanted to Devin, and Devin just had to take it. And that right there is the worst thing that ever happened to a man. When you realize another man can do whatever the fuck he want to do to you, and ain't shit you can do about it. Trust me.
Okay, yep. So after that,
beating the fight out of somebody.
Lord. Well, after that, speaking of beating the fight, Frank Sanchez, one of my faves who got destroyed. He is in active negotiations with Filip Hrgović. Hopefully we can get a fight between these two in September. So I'm keeping you guys updated on those two. Hope Frank Sanchez is better and back better than ever. Speaking of upcoming fights, we know that our boy Abdullah Mason will be making his return on June 7th. And afterwards, he's scheduled to fight 2 more times. As I continue to watch the rankings at 135, is scary hours, because Abdullah Mason is officially ranked number 15 in the IBF. He's also ranked in the WBC top 10 and top 5 and top 10 in the WBO. Those are both Shakur and Keyshawn Davis belts. So after this fight on June 7th, he is fighting 2 more times, Upper and Chat. That's been confirmed. So he'll probably fight 2 weeks after that, an additional 2 weeks, because y'all know Abdullah Mason fight every 14 days. So he will be back, and it looks like he's coming for that belt. I want to see Abdullah Mason ranked in the WBA. I don't know why, but I really want to see Abdullah ranked in the WBA. But so far, he's with the IBF, WBO, and the WBC.
But see, I always said Abdullah and Tank, when Abdullah gets his man strength, will be a hell of a fight. But right now, Abdullah is not ready for Tank. Like, Abdullah, he gets hit, and he fights it out. But if he going against a veteran fighter like Tank, he gets set up and he gets sat down. He ain't ready yet. Plus, he got strength, but he doesn't have his grown man strength yet. Yeah, I mean, he ain't got the strength. Like, he got strength, but he ain't got his Tommy knockers yet. You know what I mean? He ain't got that motherfucking bust down.
Thank you, Upper. Thank you. Let's see. Mason won't get a chance for a belt. He's gonna move up. Nah, they're going for a belt. He's already positioned in 3. At first, it was just 1 teach. Now he's in 3 out of the 4 sanctionings in 135. He's going for a belt. I guarantee you he gonna be fighting for an interim or something by the end of this year. I know that, because he's moving up too fast. He's gradually progressing and definitely making a candidate for most improved fighter, and like, you know what I'm saying, for our awards at the end of the year. So Mason, I think Mason is going to have a title shot. Carmel is up there too. We talking about a real belt, no interim. It don't matter regardless. They said they want a title shot, they're gonna get one. I think he's going to do it. I mean, he wasn't even ranked in the WBC at first. He was only ranked in the WBO. Now he's number 4 in the WBC. Mind you, Andy Cruz is number 1 in the WBC, but Andy Cruz is already fighting for a Mando spot for the IBF. So if Abdullah beats this next opponent on June 7th, which he will, on June, which I think is a 99.9% chance that he will, then who's to say that they won't be flipped off? Andy Cruz goes strictly to the IBF, and Abdullah Mason moves into that number 1 spot. Y'all don't see the play?
You know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
I think Bob Arum is coming out to Shakur. That's why he's got Abdullah. You know, Bob Arum and him and Shakur not on good terms now. So I got Bob Arum. He's moving Abdullah in Shakur's backyard because Bob Arum is thinking that Abdullah may be able to take Shakur because he's fast enough. He got the hand speed. He's aggressive. He got the power. And you know, Bob Arum has been cultivating Shakur for years, so he knows Shakur's weaknesses. You know, he's been watching Shakur, and you know they got the best matchmakers. And if they're moving Abdullah so aggressively in Shakur's belt, then that must mean that they see something and they're coming for it. They're coming for Shakur.
Well, Shakur better make sure that he win that fight on July 12th. Speaking of the July 12th fight, Turki Al-Sheikh has put out that press conference received 828.5 million impressions online across social media.
Him and them fucking impressions, man.
Now wait, look at this. Y'all ready for the numbers that this fight generated upper in chat? The press conference generated. I'm sorry. Oh man. Oh God. Okay. Because you know, it's just like I'm just trying to figure out where do they get these numbers from? Because that's a very so the Ring magazine, or let me just start off. Fight Hub is at 69,000 for the Berlanga and Sherez press conference. Okay. Upper, are you listening? I just want to make sure that somebody is there. What my mathematician?
Yeah, I'm listening to the bullshit. I'm trying to figure out how you got all these numbers, but I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Fight Hype is at 25,000. The Zone is at 39,000. Okay, so that puts us probably at a good 200,000. This shot that he did with the Ring magazine is at 72,000. I'm trying to figure out where did they get 828.5 million impressions. Now, this is on the cusp of 1 billion impressions, or no, it was over 1 billion for the Canelo and Ryan Garcia cards.
900. I mean, it was 90 billion. Remember?
Yes. So where are these numbers coming? 828.5 for a fight oppressor that hasn't even reached 100,000 views yet.
They doing fantasy weight like the feds used to do. Like when the feds catch you with some dope, they would times it by like 1,000. I think that's what they're doing. They're timesing it by like 1,000. That's the only way I can see it. They're multiplying.
Okay. Well, I just want to put that out there so we can all know when these pay-per-view numbers and these impressions come out for the fight, they're already at 828.5 million. Okay. I just want to put that out there. Speaking of impressions, Timothy Bradley has Teofimo Lopez beating Boots Ennis, Upper. He says that Eddie Hearn needs to stay away from Teofimo, that Boots Ennis needs more fights and needs more conditioning and skills to beat Teofimo Lopez. What say y'all? Chat, Upper. What
Tim
we
Bradley
got?
is a herd. He's a herd. He's a yes man ass herd.
I was like, wow. I looked at the Boots versus Karen 2 fight, and I said even that Boots beats T.O. Upper. I don't know. Maybe I just have Boots in a high regard from what I seen what he did with Romaine Villa, what I seen what he did. What was that white boy name, Upper? Chat. Hey,
Aberdeen.
was it? Yes. What I seen him just do with the other one, like
You can't take shit Tim Bradley say as law. Anything that goes with top rank, Tim Bradley is going to yes man it. You got to realize Teofimo is with top rank. Remember Tim Bradley was all high on Shakur until Shakur left.
absolutely. Well, speaking of high off their own pedestal, Upper, Shakur Stevenson is making his rounds. As we know, Shakur has been tweeting 218 times per day. He's been quiet a little lately, but Shakur, as he has a fight coming up with William Zepeda. William Zepeda fired at him and said that he does not feel that Shakur has the balls that Tevin Farmer has. When Shakur feels my punches, he's not going to be like Farmer and stay there and exchange with me. Shakur has came out and said that he's going to exchange with William Zepeda, Upper and Chat. What do y'all think about that? Big Supreme, Brian, Dragon, Picasso. Bruh, what y'all think about that? Could we potentially see Shakur stand in the pocket like Tevin Farmer did in exchange with William Zepeda? I do too, Teach. I'm like, you better talk your talk, William Zepeda. What?
He's going to exchange sprinting forms. Like, he's going to be like, look, if you sprint like this, you can get this much traction. He's going to exchange his sprinting variations.
Why would you say that, Upper? He don't have the Shabalski. Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
He doesn't have the shit. He ain't got the shit pedigree.
Oh, Upper. Okay, look, you guys. I think that Shakur, so Shakur thinks that his performance will be like, what's that one? I mean, there's so many what Floyd did. With like Floyd and Canelo. Floyd and
you think it's gonna be like Floyd and Hatton?
Hey, Pay. I think that Shakur could really real deal standing there and make William Zepeda look slow, Upper.
He gonna stand in there and get hit with something that he don't see coming.
Oh, come on. Corrigan.
Man, Zepeda fires off. He fires off too many shots. Shakur is gonna be a sitting target. Shakur better get his fucking ass out the fucking way like he normally do. Nigga, he didn't stand in there and trade with Padley. Don't do that. You ain't been sitting in there trying to trade with a motherfucker, so don't do it now.
Oh, he said Maidana. Thank you, Phoenix. I was like, he said somebody. He said it's going to be like Floyd versus Maidana, okay, or Sugar Shane. But Floyd wasn't. Here's the thing. Floyd, I like, look, I know that there's a difference. People make this thing about there's a difference between Money Mayweather and the other, you know what I'm saying, Upper? And my
Pretty boy.
And Pretty Boy. But my whole thing is, look, regardless of what Floyd we got, Floyd was banging. Okay,
exactly.
Like,
Floyd would go to work on a motherfucker.
Floyd was like, whether it was Pretty Boy or whatever, or Money May, he was banging, y'all. Like, we gotta stop this. I be having to go back and look at Floyd old videos to see what the fans are talking. Like, what are y'all talking about? No, Floyd.
They have short memories. They think just because Floyd wasn't getting hit, that Floyd wasn't in danger, but Floyd was there every step of the way. Floyd was right there in the pocket. Floyd stayed in the pocket. That's why his Philly shell was legendary.
But
That's
I
why
will
you see
say this
Ryan
though,
with that tournament.
the reason why I think that
Huh?
Shakur will beat Zepeda is that Zepeda's punches are very, first of all, they know each other. They've sparred. Secondly, you could really telegraph Zepeda's punches. It's so many. So what Shakur would have to do is
Like
tire
double dutch.
out Zepeda, yeah, to reduce his output. That's what I'm thinking that Shakur, the game plan would be, and he cannot get in the corner because Zepeda, he does a decent job with cutting off the ring. He's gonna have to cut off the ring on Shakur. He's definitely gonna have to cut off the ring. What do you think?
He's gonna cut the ring off.
When does Zepeda become Manny Pacquiao? Y'all need to stop. Nobody, who called Manny Pacquiao Zepeda? Or Zepeda Manny Pacquiao? Who? I would never disrespect Manny Pacquiao like that. Now look, Manny might be
Zepeda 10 ain't suspect. Big Supreme. He got hit by Tevin Farm in them PEDs.
Allegedly. Zepeda's not accurate. He just overwhelms fighters with volume. I'm not so exactly, Rod. That's why I think Shakur gonna win it. Counters will make guys think twice. I think that he's going to counter him to death. Whether or not Zepeda can cut the ring off effectively is the biggest factor in this fight. Exactly, Phoenix. That's what I said. He's gonna have to cut the ring off with Shakur.
Big Supreme. The only person that drops Zepeda is Tevin Farmer. Big Supreme. You can't say nobody else that drops Zepeda, bro. This ain't Jose Zepeda. And we not gonna say he pillow fisted, not what he did to my nigga Giovanni Cabrera and Maxie Hughes. Ain't no pillow fist coming out of Zepeda. We not gonna do that. Zepeda got too many knockouts to be pillow fisted, brother. Now I was with you for a minute. He started saying that man pillow fisted. Ain't shit pillow fisted about
it. And thank you, DZ. We gotta see it. Go ahead, girl. How you doing, Queen?
And Don Drickum, Zepeda throwing 500 punches. That's only in 2 rounds. He averages 1,200 punches a fight. Salute Daryl Thigpen. Salute my nigga Dragon Assassins.
Hey.
Oh, okay, KO's another Mexican dude that knocked him down. Okay, cool.
Salute to, make sure I subscribe to KO channel. Farmer got Zepeda with a flash knockdown. He ain't see coming. He wasn't really rocked. I get that, but my thing is this is what I feel, because I like the back and forth that Zepeda and Shakur is talking. But here's my thing.
How you figure that, Big Supreme? Zepeda got like 70+% knockout rating, bro. How you talking about he don't even get knocked down? Zepeda gets stoppages, bro.
Now, this is what I feel like. Zepeda, his key to victory for me, he will have to cut off that ring with Shakur Stevenson. And Shakur will have to rely on his counters to slow down his momentum. But I like what I'm hearing. But Upper in chat real quick. Hey, Rick. One thing that Shakur said, he did an interview, Upper, and he's saying that not Tevin Farmer, Lamont Roach is gonna beat up Tank Davis, best friend. So I'm looking, hold on. I'm looking at my notes.
Shakur hoping that Lamont Roach beat up Tank. That way he doesn't have to fight Tank. That's all that shit is. I bet Shakur won't put $100,000 or $500,000 bet on Lamont Roach. I bet he won't do that. So all he doing is shit capping like he normally do.
So his quote is, he did 2 of them. I know what Tank is dealing with, so Tank is gonna have to be 100% of his best and beyond. For him to win that fight is going to be a difficult fight. He also said, I know that me and Tank is the big fight, so it worries me in the fact that I don't get my opportunity to fight him as an undefeated fighter with Roach in front of him.
What Tank is worried about, you fighting him undefeated with Zepeda in front of you, nigga. Like, shit. Like, I don't even know why Shakur sitting there acting like that, dude. Like this ain't you, Shakur. Like, nigga, stop. You his biggest fan, now you his biggest op. Nigga, stop. Nigga, stop. Stop. Look at that, your goofy ass. You just happy to be there, nigga. You just happy to be there. Don't do that. Don't do that, dog.
Oh my God.
Hating don't look good on motherfuckers, dog. Like that shit be crazy.
Lord, y'all hate Joseph. This is to you, King. I mean, well, let's DZ said no need to cut the ring. Shakur just said he gonna fight. That's what I'm holding him to it, DZ. I'm holding.
He must gonna hit the whippets before he go out there.
He said that it's gonna be like Floyd versus Maidana. That's what I'm holding him to it. He said, you know what I'm saying? Now, which one? Hold on. Didn't Floyd fight Maidana twice, Upper?
You say what?
Didn't Floyd? No, did Floyd fight Maidana twice?
Yeah.
Remind me, y'all. So I wonder which one is.
He destroyed him the second one. He beat him the first one though. But can I get 3 more people to support the grind for the day? Give me 3 people to support the grind for today. I just need 3 people. Support the grind. And Key, we done with the end of grade testing. Then got my son back home. And my other son, we're going to take him out for his birthday in about like an hour or 2. But can I get 3 more people to support the grind for the day? Just 3.
Hey, Lee, if Shakur can throw between Zepeda punches and clean shots, he have a great, but even though he more athletic than Zepeda, if he do a lot of running and not fighting, he going to lose on the cards. Well, I think so. So let's talk about it. Well, first of all, do anybody got anything else to say about Shakur saying that Tank is going to be undefeated when he gets to him? That Tank is going to lose against Lamont Roach. What say y'all?
About 40%, bro. 6,500.
Do y'all think Key don't fall? I'm not falling for it. Y'all know I'm gonna bring the information. What do we think? Is Shakur on to something? Will Lamont Roach defeat Tank Davis, and will Tank Davis fight Shakur Stevenson? He will be undefeated, and Shakur will be the undefeated fighter. Well, Tank will have a loss, and
he talking out his ass, Key. Tank about to bring the raid out. That shit ain't going 6 rounds this next time. Trust me.
Okay.
This is Lamont Roach. This is Lamont Roach that had to hit Hector Garcia in the back of the head to win. Like I said, Tank and Roach don't go past 6. Like I said, I sat there and showed y'all the fight. I showed y'all where Tank took it easy on that man, where Tank could have finished him off and he didn't 3 times. Plus, Roach done showed his true colors. Like I said, Tank grew up with that man. He used to stay at that man's house. He didn't even want to disrespect that man in front of his mom or none of that shit. He felt conflicted because, this is your homeboy. So, he trying to make his homeboy a bigger star. And what makes you a bigger star than going 12 rounds with Tank? But then he did all this snake shit. Tank about to come out there and he about to murder this nigga. He gonna disrespect this nigga, every damn thing. Tank, the gloves is off, man. Javante about to beat the shit out this nigga, dog. He about to beat the holy fucking hell out this man. He's about to exercise Jesus out this man's life.
Thank you, Upper. Thank you so much.
You welcome.
Big Dog Willie say depends on the hair grease. Thank you for that.
Oh yes, Jay Grant Jr. I bet it's still
on. KO said on his knees praying that Tank lose. That's the only thing he on. Feel you. Roach getting sprayed with cyanide. Thank you, Big Supreme. I do not. Oh Lord, I want to know how the F Shakur won money, as he say, because who thought it would have been a draw? I'm with Upper. Shakur hoping Tank lose. So Tank really cares about friendship and boxing. Yeah, he put a lot of people on. Why
y'all act like that? He was cool with Robert Easter. He was cool with motherfucking Africa, Earl Spence. Tank grew up. What you mean, friends? This nigga stayed at this man's house, bro. They had a bond, bro.
He just put Adrian Broner on before Adrian Broner started getting jumped on in the club.
Before Adrian got jumped in the club, shit.
Yeah, like he just like, yes, Tank. Y'all, I wish I could reveal the stories, but it's not mine to reveal. But Tank has done a lot for a lot of
Tank even tried to do shit for Shakur. Like Tank used to fuck with Shakur. You don't see these pictures of goofy ass Shakur? This goofy ass nigga. He right there juggling Tank balls right there. Look at him. Can't wait to juggle that man balls.
I don't know how many times Shakur and Tank then been in the gym working out. Calvin, oh, I'm gonna be quiet. That's not my story. Those are not my stories.
Tank has made Shakur a better fucking fighter. Like shit, that man used to spar with Shakur all the time. They even said how Tank beat that nigga ass in sparring and took it easy on him in sparring too. Yeah, they all snakes. But speaking of all snakes, can I get 3 more people in the Snake Cash App or the PayPal support the grind for the day? What you mean? Oh my God.
You a snake people. Hi, opulent. Oh, upper.
Yeah, because motherfuckers be snaking people on the snakes. Y'all support the grind for the day. I need 3 more people to support for the day. Can I get 3 people in the Cash App or the PayPal to support the grind?
Savage Bo said, Key said,
hold on.
Upper said,
hold on 1 second.
Okay. Oh, Upper said, you welcome. Funny-ish, I heard, had to stop driving just to write this. Hey, Savage Bo, always good to see you, King. I'm glad that we can put a smile on your face. I don't understand how Shakur Stevenson has fans. Lord KO, please don't. Y'all know they in the chat. Lord, here we go. Lord Jesus, here y'all go. Now y'all come on, y'all. Be nice. Y'all know Shakur fans finna flood this. Y'all know. That's what happens when they can't play the part and want to be on top where Tank at. Well,
that's all it is. Motherfuckers ain't making them paychecks that Tank making. They not starting. They on undercards and shit. Of course they getting mad. I get mad too if I'm on an undercard across the seas. Look like I'm coming out for WWE wrestling. Like, come on, man.
Well, I will say this: there has been some more traction about Jake Paul and Tank Davis. Jake Paul is finalizing a deal with KSI, ladies and gentlemen. So no, Tank Davis and Jake Paul will not be fighting. Okay, just want to put that out there. That's what my sources have told me. They are coming to an agreement with Jake Paul and KSI for a boxing match. Another person up. Are you ready for this?
Not really, but go ahead.
Okay, remember Ricardo Mayorga from Nicaragua?
The one that slapped Shane's wife ass.
What if Jake Paul might be fighting Mayorga?
That man, Mayorga was a small motherfucker, dog.
Well, that's another person in the league. So I'm just putting that out there for you guys.
Him and Shane fought at 140.
The rematch is August 16th. Absolutely. Yes. And they're finalizing their deal with KSI. Tank got a huge fan base, all the beauty shops and beauticians, and hair grease company, period. Because that's where the money at, Big Dog Willie. Tank is transracial, only light-skinned N-words that get treated like he Africa complexion. Lord gee, thank you. Was at 154. Well
hell, Earl got that same treatment.
Oh, we got some Earl Spence news, but I'm gonna wait. I want to get this one off. So since we're speaking of greats and people that used to wrestle them in the past, fight in the past, Bill Haney. Are you ready for this? Bill Haney, Big Dog Willie has accepted Shakur Outlaw Stevens' position as his personal sponge bath. Alan.
The VP in general has spoken.
Alan. Okay, look. Bill Haney has said he has caused quite a bit of a controversy. Bill Haney said that Floyd didn't, Sugar Ray didn't, Oscar didn't, Pacquiao, Canelo, Tank, Shakur didn't either. Devin Haney at 26, 32-0. 7 world champions, 3 unified champions beat, undisputed at 135, 2 division world champion. Chase greatness until greatness has to chase you. Then he also put out Upper. You ready for this? Because you know
I've seen it already.
Okay, he's putting. Well, the chat might not have. So Bill Haney did an interview with Boxing Voice and said that that there is no comparison with Floyd Mayweather. That Devin Haney has already superseded Floyd Mayweather. Okay. That Floyd was not on his level. That where Devin Haney is right now.
You know something, Key?
Wait, hold on. And
He's
then the last one. Wait. Hold on. Because this one is funny. Bill Haney then put out a graph because people were complaining. He put out a graph upper in chat, and Bill Haney had the champions. And in this graph, it showed a career snapshot of Devin Haney and Floyd Mayweather, and how he is greater than Floyd Mayweather was at 26 years old. What do we think? Okay, Phoenix, got you. What we think? What we got? Hold on. Phoenix just sent me something. He did a career snapshot. Okay. So Phoenix said, why not compare them the proper way, meaning by the same point in their career? Devin been a pro 10 years come December. Floyd was 26 during his 7th year. Tarver was born in 1968 and had his first pro fight in 1997 at the age of 29. Out here leaving years off careers. Ooh, a bunch of malarkey. That was a nice read. Phoenix. I'm just don't look, y'all. Don't come for me. I'm just saying, y'all. This is what he's saying. Devin Haney, Bill Haney is saying, a career snapshot of Floyd Mayweather, Antonio Tarver, and Devin Haney. He said that Devin Haney is greater than Floyd Mayweather and Antonio Tarver. Upper.
What's crazy is he said that they never beat a pound for pound #1 fighter. Lomachenko was ranked number 8 when Devin beat him. He had already lost to Teofimo. If people don't remember, he had lost to Teofimo, and he struggled with Jermaine Ortiz when Devin beat him. So he was not pound for pound #1, because people was wondering why the hell was Lomachenko still on the pound for pound list after the Teofimo loss. And there go the graph right there. The shit's stupid. Like, and what 7 champions have Devin beat? Like, they wasn't champions when he beat them. He talking about, he even put Yuriorkis Gamboa as one of his champions that he beat. Yuriorkis Gamboa was far from a championship when Devin beat that man. That shit crazy.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, Big Supreme. Why are you coming up? Why are you coming at me? I didn't say it. Bill said it. Go ahead, Upper.
There go right there. There go right there. Big Supreme. Bill Haney really did say that. But like I said, man, can I get 3 people to support the grind for the day off this dumbass bullshit? And this the graph that he talking about. Like, this man know how to bend the narrative and move the needle so fucking bad. Like, this dude right here is crazy. It is crazy. But I still need 3 more people to support the grind for today. I appreciate y'all, but this shit's stupid.
So I just wanted to put that out there.
Bill done met with Oscars Connect. That's the fuck going on. Bill on that goddamn, on that motherfucking, he on that good shit. Bill on that motherfucking thunder.
So yeah, so I just wanted to tell you guys that Bill Haney is back on his marketing. You know what I'm saying? He did tag hashtag Riyadh season, so be looking for Devin Haney to be on Riyadh, and he's been making a wave. So with the Twitter post, he did 2 interviews, one with Cigar Talk, the other one with the Boxing Voice, and is basically saying that Devin Haney is better and has a better career than Floyd Mayweather did when they were 26 years old. Upper, do you believe that? Chat, do y'all believe that?
Hey, shout out to my brother Phoenix the Assassin with the $10 holler in the Cash App. He say happy birthday to my son. I appreciate that, Phoenix. And I'll make sure that he thanks you for it as well. He will enjoy this. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. I just need 2 more people to support. 2 more people to support the grind for the day. And yes, it is my youngest son's birthday today. And all proceeds will be going to him. So I appreciate everybody that support the grind for the day. Thank you. But yeah, Bill on that shit, Key. Motherfucker ain't gonna tell me that he ain't on that motherfucking Magic 99. You ain't gonna tell me that.
Did Ali or Mike Tyson get undisputed? Did Ali or Mike Tyson get undisputed? Lord, please
Mike Tyson was the youngest person to get undisputed. Mike Tyson was undisputed at 21 years old.
Please don't 2 cents, because then we got to deal with, I have to argue with the people that says that Devin Haney had a better career than Muhammad Ali when they were at the same age. Please don't. Yes, that argument has went around before. Yes, it has. Bill Haney taught Floyd exactly Dragon Assassins. Like, Lord have mercy. But shout out to Bill. He doing exactly what he's supposed to do for his son, putting him out there. But it's really no comparison at this point between Floyd Mayweather and Devin Haney. Like, come on, that's just blasphemy at this point. Speaking of Floyd Mayweather did sue a company a couple weeks ago. I meant to bring this to you guys' attention. Floyd Mayweather was pissed because they tried to say that Floyd was broke and that his newest real estate venture was not lucrative, that they don't know where he got the money from. So he is suing the Business Insider for defamation, and he's claiming that the lies that they have put out is costing him and his family real estate business, and it potentially costing him billions of dollars. So I'll keep my eye on this. He recently did an interview on the what is it called? The Real Deal. It's on YouTube, where he talks about this ongoing lawsuit with the Business Insider. He's suing them for $100 million. So I just want to put that out there. Everybody's suing. Godly. Phoenix said Floyd wasn't undisputed due to a technicality with Baltimore refusing to accept all the belts because he was the B side when he beat Zab Judah. So Floyd beat Baltimore, didn't get the belts. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the VPN General Alan Sostain in the Cash App with the $5 holler. He said for Lil Upper's birthday. Appreciate you, Alan Sostain, man. I appreciate that. I just need one more person to support the grind for the day. And I appreciate all the birthday wishes and all the donations for my son's birthday. I just want one more person to support so we can get the daily supporters. But if anybody else want to support, that's fine as well. But just let me get one more person to support the grind for the day, and we good for the day. But yeah, like Bill, like I don't know what it is. Like the big fight that Devin had with Ryan Garcia has took a hit, but they still talking about putting it on. Like that's gonna be the end of Devin right there. Salute to my nigga Justin Hawkins in the building. Like Devin just don't understand. Bill just don't understand. Like I told y'all before, Bill was a hustler, and Devin's his new product. He's pushing that Devin work. But that Devin work, he's got some cut on it now, Key. It ain't that raw no more. It's done been stepped on, for real. Ryan Garcia stepped all over that product. It's got cut too bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because literally, Key, the product has been stepped all the way on. Like they stepped all the way on that product. Because Ryan's, let me show you, Key. Like this nigga product that product is stepped on.
Thank you, Upper. Thank you.
Stepped on. He stepped on that shit.
Thank you.
Look at that straight cut. That's cut right there.
Thank you, Upper.
But go ahead, Bill. That shit ain't no blow cash crypto. That shit is coke and water. It ain't even hard no more. That shit's return. That shit vitamin B12. That shit's vitamin motherfucking B12.
Thank you guys so much for this. All right. Lord have mercy. My God. The full undercard for the Andy Cruz, for the Africa versus Kambosos card has been revealed. We will see the return of Zyquan Moses.
Hey,
Yes, upper.
shout out to my brother, Mr. Altruistic, always coming through with the $15 holler. He said, Happy Earth Day to my son. Appreciate you, King. And shout out to my nigga Brian the King Falcone in the cash out with the 222. He said, Happy day for you, my junior. I appreciate all that, man. I'm gonna make him get on live tomorrow so he can talk to y'all, man. I'm gonna let him talk to y'all tomorrow.
Also, Tito Mercado versus Jonathan Montrell, Andy Cruz versus Mishiro, and Africa versus Kambosos. So it looks like we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights coming on June 14th. That is the full card for Africa versus Kambosos at the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York City. So I just want to go out there.
And shout out to my nigga EB Sweat a lot with the $6 holler. He said happy birthday to little Apex Jr. Appreciate you, EB. His name is Cashton Smith, y'all. Cashton. My oldest son name is Jalen. My daughter name is Kirsten. She's the oldest out of everybody. Her name is Kirsten. But Cashton, he turned 8. Jalen, he's 12. He'll turn 13 October the 7th or the 8th. I think it's the 7th. Don't get me wrong. If his mama hear me say the 7th or the 8th, she'd get mad. I'm pretty sure it's the 7th. Hell, I know his mama's birthday though. It's February the fucking 14th. She got the worst birthday. Her birthday on Valentine's Day. But I'm glad we don't celebrate Valentine's Day no more. So you know.
Well, speaking of go ahead, Upper.
We know the truth of it, so you know that gets me out of a lot.
Well, speaking of celebrations, now there has been a major uproar. So let's get to some Tank Davis and Earl Spence news. Let's start with Tank Davis. So Tank, well, let me say this. Turkey put out a video today, the Ring magazine, where he did a collaboration with Box Raw. You guys know that is the apparel for boxing. A lot of people go through them. I really like that checkered pattern that they got. That's so cute to me. But they put out a commercial. It featured, first of all, shout out to the Rise podcast. You can see them in the building with Coach Squeeze, Coach Calvin Ford, and all of the kiddos in there in the gym and Upton gym that they helped in the neighborhood. So this has sparked so much controversy within a short period of time. Everybody is assuming that Tank Davis is about to partner with Turkey Al-Sheikh for this fight. I want to rewind this a little bit for you guys, okay? Gotta rewind it for y'all a little bit. Okay. Box Raw was also advertised on the promotion for a Times Square card. Let's not forget that, okay? Also, they have came out and said the Ring partnered with Box Raw and Boxing is Love, which is a promotion, to kick off our Fighting for the Future tour in the United States. Starting in Baltimore at Upton Boxing Center, we donated gloves and gear and trained with the next generation to keep the fight alive. So let's calm down with the whole Tank is going to go over there with Shakur Stevenson and all of that. It has nothing to do with that. This was an advertising and it was a philanthropic work done on the done with Ring, exactly, with the Ring magazine and Box Raw, which you all know that Tank Davis does promote Box Raw with them. But here's my thing with it. Even if Tank Davis was to do a promotional fight with Turkey, who cares?
I would.
I think because we can't do that, Upper, because the July 12th is PBC. But that's a Turkey card. So they've already been partnered with each other to get the fights going. So if Turkey throws the money and gives the money for Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis to fight on a PBC card, we can't be mad at that because they're doing this with this July 12th card.
I would, because they don't need Turkey to throw the money. They don't need the money. The money makes itself.
But Turkey's already been paying for the PBC fighters, though.
Okay, he's paying for the PBC fighters. He's not paying for people like David Benavidez or Tank Davis or Earl Spence. He's paying for the less marketable fighters. That's what he's doing. You don't need Turkey to throw in on no pay-per-view. We see how his pay-per-views have done. I feel like if Turkey throws in on a pay-per-view, it's gonna make the shit flop. He done made Canelo flop, damn it. We don't want Turkey touching none of the goddamn pay-per-views. And shout out to my brother Lee in the Cash App with the $10 holler. He said, happy born day to your son. Appreciate you, my nigga Lee. Yeah, we don't need Turkey touching none of that shit. I appreciate everybody that's donating to my son for the day. I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, he gonna enjoy that real good. Hell.
Here's how I feel about it.
We didn't ask you how you felt, like the Rock say. Like I said, we don't need Turkey fucking with our shit. But go ahead.
Now, this is how I feel about it, though, Upper. He's already been funding PBC fighters, top rank fighters, matchroom fighters. Okay,
which ones though, Key?
Wait a minute, Upper. Let me say this. Obviously, Shakur Stevenson is putting himself in a position. I bet Tank ain't letting ish happen to him and his money. I get that. This is how I feel about it. If Tank, if the PBC has already been putting their fighters on these people cards, Shakur Stevenson is already positioning himself to be for a Tank Davis fight. Allegedly, that's what he says. Okay, now I can't say allegedly. That's what he's been talking about. He's saying that Turkey has the money for that card. Tank is not going to go over there. He's going to stay with the PBC. So why not have Turkey pay them to? They don't have to be in a part of the promotion. PBC already have their core people that's going to support the PBC. They don't need it. But if Turkey is going to put the money up, I don't see what the problem is for Turkey.
Because Turkey's going to stop the back end. That's the problem. That's the problem. And shout out to my nigga Juwan and my nigga Rod Walker with the $5 hollers in the Cash App. Rod Walker say, "For you the pappy." Appreciate my nigga Rod Walker. Appreciate my nigga Juwan in the Cash App with the $5 holler. Both of them donating to my son's birthday. I appreciate y'all. But Turkey wants to control, but Key, he doesn't have to pay Shakur. That's the problem. If he's paying Shakur, then that's taken away from the back end. They don't need Turkey to do shit about this fight because the PBC makes their own. Turkey is paying for fighters that don't make their own money.
I get that, Upper, but obviously if Shakur Stevenson is already dead set on this, we cannot act like
Shakur. He's B-side.
But that's the fight.
He's the B-side.
Shakur obviously feels, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Shakur obviously
Canelo won't do that shit.
No, he doesn't. No, but he went over there though.
Yes, he went over there. This is what I'm saying.
He left negotiations and went over there to the Turkey fight. I'm not saying Tank got to go over there, but what I am saying is Shakur obviously feels as though, and they're obviously positioning Shakur to be able to, you know what I'm saying, bring Turkey to the table.
Okay, well, this is what I'm saying. This
day right now of what Shakur.
This is like the bud. This is like that bud shit all over again. Like Tank doesn't have to acquiesce to shit Shakur and them are doing. It's Tank motherfucking Davis. If Shakur don't want to come over there and sign on the goddamn dotted line, then fuck him. Fuck him in the ass with rain boots and Hellcats on. But fuck him. We don't need Turkey to come over here. And if Shakur don't want to come over there and sign, then fuck Shakur and fuck his fucking payday. It ain't like he making paydays like that now.
If I'm Turkey, how much was he able to give for? How much was he able to sign Canelo for?
300 million.
Okay, so you don't.
And what did Canelo's and what did Canelo's very next fight look like?
So what? And I get that, but what if? But he also has to come back to the United States. So what I'm saying is, what if when Shakur, if he beats Zepeda, what if he comes to Tank Davis with an offer of 150 million for both of them?
Oh, well that's different. That's different.
Okay, then. That's all I'm saying.
You ain't saying 150 million for one fight.
Hey, GM.
Take a bit. if he offered 150 mil for one fight, I'd tell Tank, you better go take that shit.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm playing, first of all, I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't believe I don't believe that Tank is gonna work with Turkey because Tank is Tank is loyal to Al Heyman and the PBC. He only person it benefits is Shakur. Tank is gonna get paid regardless. That's unnecessary. Nobody else has to jump through all these damn hoops and hurdles to make a fight. I get that paid in full. But I'm saying if you're gonna give Canelo 300 million and not get your money, you know for sure you're gonna get your money with a Tank and Shakur Stevenson.
Message paid in full. Hit that message. But go ahead.
Like for real. He not offering them 150 mil though. We don't know that, Desmond. He just lost millions of dollars with this Canelo and Skull fight.
So he ain't got the money to lose right now. Think about
it. Yes, he don't have the money to lose, but he got Sela now backing him because that's who's going to promote the Canelo versus Bud Crawford fight, which we'll get into. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised. I do not think, I have not heard, if anything, I heard that they were not in negotiations or talking to Turkey. Tank Davis' team was not talking to Turkey about the Shakur Stevenson fight and making that fight. Do I believe that Tank and Shakur would do that without Turkey? Yes, I do. Without Turkey, yes. But Shakur in his last interview has made it a point to say that that Turkey has the money. That's what Shakur is saying.
And you know, Bud was talking about that hedge fund as well, but Earl said no. Like I said, Shakur's the fucking B-side, and we need to start holding B-side accountable for B-side activities. Like, nigga, you're the fucking B-side. When Canelo's the A-side and other motherfuckers is the B-side, Canelo does not acquiesce to shit the B-side wants. You get a flat fucking fee and you go see Canelo. Now we making it a point when a black fighter is the motherfucking A-side like Spence or like Tank Davis, they gotta jump through hoops like they not the motherfucking A-side, like they not the breadwinners. I say fuck that. I said A-side privileges should go with A-side people. That's how I feel.
No, and I definitely agree with that. But I'm just letting y'all know the play of what Shakur is doing. He's not saying all of this and hasn't been saying this for several months for nothing. They put his face on the pay-per-view for the February card for Riyadh season that it did 360K buys. Okay. They're also putting him as the main person outside of Berlanga for the July 12th card. Y'all don't see the play? Y'all don't see the play? Like, come on now. I'm just saying, I'm just getting y'all prepared for what Shakur is trying to do. And that is to bring Turkey to the table. And do not be surprised if Tank Davis walks away from that fight if they try to paint Tank Davis as a duck. That's why I'm going to put it out there.
Shout out to the beautiful queen, Miss Marshawn West, in the cash out with the $10 holler. I appreciate you, queen. For my son's birthday, I appreciate you, Miss Marshawn West. And how you been, lady?
How are
Hope
y'all?
all is well with you.
What Shakur Stevenson moves are? That doesn't even make sense. Then we don't need a fight, and Shakur ain't even being okay. How though? Because I'm putting out what Shakur. Who is Shakur to make demands? Why? This is why I don't like bringing y'all information. This is exactly why. Because you guys, I'm done. All right, go ahead, Upper. I'm gonna fall back because I don't get it. I'm trying to tell y'all what the play is.
Oh no, I've been said that was the play though, Key. I've been said that Shakur and them was gonna set it up. They was gonna set it up like that and try to paint Tank as a duck if he didn't come over there. Like, that's the only reason that Turkey is fucking with Shakur is just because he wants Tank Davis. He doesn't give a damn about the outlaw. Nah, he wants that Javante Tank Davis money.
Well, let's see how it goes. So anyways, I heard a whisper I heard a whisper. You said we know the play key. We've been called it. Okay, I called it out there, and y'all always getting disrespectful with me. So I'm just like, what the heck? But anyways, so I heard a whisper. I did not hear. Rick Glazier put out a post that Earl Spence was retiring. I heard the different R word. As I can continue to say, I heard that he was returning. So this Tank, he sells her information and news to Blue Blood. That's why she say he's right a lot of the times. He doesn't say anything. I know you ain't getting no and thank you, Dondrick. Okay, so Rick Glazier said that Earl Spence was retiring. I heard a different R word. It was returning. So I've been talking about that. He was supposed to fight Fundora, as we all know, but that fight fell through. The sanctioning body got a little crazy, was acting wild, basically. He was supposed to return in July. Now there is another fight date that's going to be coming up. It's going to be in October. There's also a fight date reserved for PBC that is in September with a chess play that Top Rank just did for September 16th. Now, Turkey has reserved, is keeping in, I guess, a September 13th card for the Bud versus Canelo, if I'm not mistaken. So what I think is Earl Spence could potentially be on one of these cards. That's just something that I'm hearing. I heard that he is returning.
Has that fight, has Bud and Canelo even been agreed to yet?
Huh?
Has Bud and Canelo even been formally signed yet?
I would assume it is, since Turkey is talking like it is. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard that it was signed or not.
Me neither.
Last I heard was before the William Skull fight that it wasn't. And that was the week of the William Skull fight.
That's what I was wondering. Because I never heard it was signed either.
Well, by the PBC doing a move, in my opinion, a chess move, having it for the following week. Some potential contenders could be Devin Benavidez. We still got to figure. I'm still trying to get my confirmation on which card Jermell Charlo would be on for this fight card, because he's still out there. Also, Bohachuk, Jesus Ramos, and Bakram. Bakram was supposed to fight Keith Thurman, but I guess that's not solidified as of yet. But the last thing I heard was Keith Thurman versus Bakram. So I'm looking to see where these 4 fights are going to be at. Janabek versus Carlos Adames is not finalized. They could not come to a deal. So that,
of course, Janabek couldn't come to a deal.
So that is not going to be on the Tank Davis undercard. So they could scoop Earl Spence on that undercard with Tank in August, unless they make a separate undercard.
Earl on an undercard, that'd be a waste of money. Earl is a blockbuster. People waiting on him to come back. People waiting for Earl to come back.
Dondrick said, I heard Ramos was supposed to fight Mel, and Lubin try for Bakram. Could be. I heard Ramos and Jermell too, but I'm waiting on it. Earl is not an undercard fighter. Let's see. They're about to reserve another fight date for October. So let's see where this goes. But I didn't hear that he was retiring. I heard he was returning. I've been saying that for months now. I heard that Earl Spence was returning. I never heard retirement. EJ can possibly be in July, being that they moved the Tank fight. If that was the case, then they should already be putting that out there. Well, they do have the Caleb Plant fight, so maybe they could be waiting for the Caleb Plant, but they got rid of that fight card in July. It's no longer on hold.
Exactly, Ramon Seafood. Why have one payday when you can have two? Exactly. And shout out to my guy, Animalistic Savant, again in the Cash App. He said 5 more for your son's birthday. Man, I appreciate you. Man, I appreciate everybody that supported my son for the day. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for looking out. AMC, FSG, I appreciate y'all, man.
No, it is.
Yeah.
I'm talking about they had another one, GM. They had
okay.
The Manny fight is on there, but they had it, no, excuse me, it wasn't the July fight, it was the June fight. The June fight got canceled. So
yes, he's
go ahead.
No, I was telling Ms. Mona, yes, he's an Amazon Prime fighter, but he has a deal with Al Heyman as well, though. But yeah, he fights on Amazon Prime. That's why he will not be going to Turkey.
Hey, Miss Mona, I don't want to see the Manny fight. That card is off the chain. Take my money. I'm watching it. That card is so cold to me. Oh my God, that's a good card. That's why I'm trying to see where Jermell is going to be, because we still got Jermell, Jesus Ramos, Bohachuk, Bakram, and Keith Thurman out there. And I'm wondering if they're going to split these two cards up for the August and September card, and then they're going to block off an October card as well. Cartel Canelo will bankrupt Turkey and DAZN. I don't think so. I think that by him, Canelo got his core fan base. You know what I'm saying? Canelo got his core fan base. So if he does have the fight in Vegas, if Bud and Canelo is agreed to, and they have the fight in Vegas, Canelo fans gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? Just like black fans gonna show up.
But what about the damn pay-per-view? That pay-per-view was atrocious.
Well, they got to make it lit. You get Devin versus T.O. I don't know if they'll be able to get Boots if Boots is fighting in August. I don't know if
versus T.O.
If they're trying to make Devin versus T.O. for Canelo and Bud's undercard. So
I bet T.O. will fight Devin now.
Flyers Frequent said, I think Jermell gonna fight Keith Thurman. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it's Spence too. Let's keep a lookout.
I'm about to say, I heard Spence and Thurman was working on something right now, honestly.
So there's a lot, but those are 6 fighters that got to be split up. We got 3 fight cards coming up: August, September, and October. So I'm keeping an eye on that, unless PBC gives gives Turkey a card for that Canelo and Bud card. They could do something like that. But I'll be having to chill, Lord. Tio will stop Devin. That's if he fight like he did in his last fight. Hi, Cedric. That's a good fight. On paper, it's a good fight. Now, which one will show up? I'm not sure, because Tio was up and down as well. So I don't know. Tio trash. Canelo won't allow him. Yeah, that is true. He is into it with Canelo, DZ. I forgot about Tio coming at Canelo. I forgot about that.
So that means that Tio is not going to be on the Canelo card. But Turkey is in control of that, though. So Tio really ain't got no say. I mean, or Canelo.
Yeah, that is true. Bill has stopped. Devin, Tio can't punch anymore. Lord, Spence owes one time an A whooping. I would love to see that card. That'll be a very good card. It's just, I'm curious to see how the PBC are about to split up these fighters. Is damn September FTO. I'd rather see Navarrete versus Suarez rematch. That's fire. Let's see how they rule. The sanctioning body is going to rule to see if they're going to make that a Suarez win or a no contest. That should be coming up in the next few weeks. And then once we get that, then we'll be able to see. Unless they wait to see who wins out of the Fundora fight to match EJ up. Nah, because then you still Keith Thurman still has that would be Keith Thurman obligation, because Keith Thurman was signed on to fight Tim Tszyu. So they could switch it if Fundora wins. They could switch it to Fundora. I'd rather see Earl come back at 60. That'd be good. I would too.
60 or 68.
I would too. I'm curious to see how they're about to match this up. But I didn't hear that Earl Spence was retiring. I heard he was returning. So I'll keep my eye open for it. If Earl does retire, again, it'll be thank you. I got him as a first ballot Hall of Famer. He gave us everything, you know what I'm saying? Fought everybody. But I would really hope that Earl get back. I would love to see Earl get a title at 154 or 160. I don't care. I really would. You know what I'm saying? But that's me being selfish. You know, things change. Earl been on his family tip while training. You know what I'm saying? His beautiful family and everything. Kudos to him if he was to walk away. Contract rematch clause, he always does. I would like to see that, but that's a top rank fight, so that wouldn't be on no turkey card for sure. That wouldn't be on no turkey card.
It'd be on a PBC card though.
So let's see how this goes. Mill can also jump Thurman for that fight, being that he's the champion in recess. Absolutely. That's why man, we all on the same page. I'm curious to see how this 154 finna shape up with Jamel, Keith Thurman, Jesus Ramos, Lubin, you know, supposedly Earl Spence, everybody getting back into the mix. I'm curious to see how this about to match up. I really, really am. But that's all I got. Upper, you got anything today?
I just want to say I appreciate everybody that supported today, everybody that sent well wishes and donated to my son's birthday. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that supported. I'm gonna make sure I show him everybody that sent something for him and make sure he get that, you know, so he can enjoy his day even more. And I just appreciate everybody for coming through. I got to go to EOG testing in the morning, so I'll be straight for the afternoon because it's at 10 o'clock tomorrow. It's today, tomorrow, and Wednesday that he got testing, my oldest son. So I appreciate everybody for supporting. Peace and bless to each and every one of y'all, and I'm out.
Thank you, guys. No, Frank Martin should be getting in there. Thank you guys for coming through. Yeah, whatever, Dondrick. Thank you guys for coming through. I'll see you guys tomorrow. There's a fight card, DZ. I got you. I saw that comment about that fight card that's happening Saturday. Nah, that's okay, Dondrick. I'm tired of y'all. Every time I bring y'all information, y'all always coming for me. So I'm gonna stop doing that. But anyways, I will have the fight card for this Saturday. And whatever other boxing news that's out there, I really want to dive into that cigar talk with Bill Haney that he did. Because I heard he went off on there too. So I'm going to have some more partners from that as well. I think Frank and Gary would be a banger. Yeah, that's going to be a good fight. Frank Martin is supposed to be at 140. He is ranked at number 8 with the WBA at 140. So I'm curious to see which way he's going to go. I'm definitely not sure of it. But I think 140 would be the best, depending on where he decide, you know, who he decides to fight. Fury in a way, for example. Yeah, DZ, but the Navarrete one, that's a main card of his own because everybody gonna want to see that. You get what I'm saying? And instead of them putting it in California, they can do Arizona, Texas, like because Navarrete has a lot of fans in those areas. So I would suspect that Top Rank will want to make that another main card and just buff it up. I don't think that that's an undercard fight. Not that, because there's too much behind it. Thank you, Dragon. Well, I know that you do, Dragon. But shout out to the rest of y'all. I will see y'all later. I'm out.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get the squeezing, leave a nigga leaving. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me a op, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get the squeezing, leaving nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get the squeezing, leaving nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point, 6-2, gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner.
5 boy sale, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple off straight go. I got 'em all, you don't want none.